So this animation has 2568 keyframes. This animation took me 2 days to make. Okay, I stayed up late to finish it. It really wasn't such a good idea to stay late to finish this. I probably should have just went to sleep, and I most likely could have polished it more, but nah. I was like, nah, let me just finish it. My OCD was going crazy. And so now that it's finished, I want to show you how I constructed this animation. And so I'm gonna go over 5 things really quickly, and yeah, that's it. So first of all, let's start with the most simple thing. How did I come up with this animation? I came up with this animation simply just while animating it. I always start my combat animations with some dude punching the other, or it could have a lot of things. There were so many ideas going in my head for the ending, for everything, especially for this part where the dude is like. This is also an idea that was in my head, and also the one where he gets launched in the air. And basically I just mashed these ideas together, and we just got these parts, and then simply the ideas just flew in. It was I like to call this the animation flow. It's like when you're animating something, you just get ideas, and it's suddenly so easy to animate. It's like it's the most easiest thing you've ever done in your life. And basically that's what happened. For example, right here I wanted to make him punch twice, but then I was like, what if I make him kick him down? What if I do that? And then this thing came up, and that's how this was born. This is how this whole animation was made. I was planning on having hand-to-hand combat for the whole animation, but then I was like, yo, how about I just add superpowers? Like, out of nowhere, I was like, let me add superpowers. Like, even though these guys have only shown superpowers in the beginning, I just added random superpowers for no reason, because I just felt like it. And yeah, it turned out very well. It was a very good decision, because I really love this part. It's very good in my opinion. I like the I just really like the way it turned out. I'm very proud of this part, although there are some parts that could have had more polishing. For example, this part right here where the dudes are fighting. Wait. Yep. That part right here, it's very unreadable, and you can't really tell what's happening. So basically I wanted to sync the animation with the song, so I practically had no choice. But like you have to slow down the video in order to see that this is a punch and that this is an elbow strike. And yeah, that's pretty much the only issue with this animation, honestly. I also feel like the part where he's spinning the sword, it could have more polishing, but I just wanted to get it done at that point. I was tired as hell, and that's pretty much it when it comes to how I came up with this animation. Another interesting thing I want to go on now is how I changed my animation style during the animation. As you can see that it starts out realistically, and then it just freaking goes into anime super shit, and it's an interesting way to animate. Normally you don't want to change your animation styles during the animations, like it's a bad thing. You should just have one way. You either make it like an anime, or you make it realistic. You have to pick one, you can't use both. But in this scenario it's kind of different because I used superpowers. Okay, like these people aren't regular people. You guys know that. They freaking have super speed and super strength. So I'm basically allowed to do this, to get away with this. And that's pretty much it when it comes to how I changed the animation styles. But as you can see, I wanted to make it realistic at the end when he was walking away, and bro, I have to lower the volume because this is too loud. I'm just gonna mute it. So this part right here, it was supposed to look way better. Look like that's too much of a bounce, you know. If he freaking goes like this, and doesn't feel very natural. Okay, so how I made it more readable was basically I tried to slow it down, but without moving the keyframes. I don't know if you get what I mean, but it's basically like you kinda add more poses to a keyframe. So basically, let me show you something. Instead of here going from this to this directly, you could add it like this, and it's now slower. And that's basically how I made it more readable. But this part where he punches him, it's not very readable. And that's pretty much. Actually, I have one more thing that I want to cover, and it's how I sing the song. It doesn't really matter. It has no connection with the animation, but the song singing, just I naturally sing this with the song. I have no idea how I did it, but I wanted to sing it even more because it was already synced. So I added the audio in Blender. So you basically just go here, add sound, and you select your MP3 from your music list, your music file or something, music folder. Okay, so now that I told you how I animated this in Blender, I'm gonna show you what I did in Roblox, how I made the particles. I mean, technically I didn't make the particles, I just used them. I searched in the toolbox for some particles and found them, and basically just mashed all of the particles in the. Oh my god, the freaking flashbang, what the hell is this? Hold on. Here. Okay, still bright as hell. So there are a lot of things here. This black thing is the camera. Okay, this is all of the VFX that I used. Let me just open Moon. And basically I have the VFX, I add it in here, and then I animate it, because Moon Animator has had this update recently where now you don't have to leave you don't need to go here to animate or move it. You still need to go here in order to scale it, but if you want to move it, like make it spin, you can just do it in Moon, and this is really cool. So basically I added these VFX in, I resized them in the Explorer. I select them from the Explorer, press Control and 3, hold Control and 3, and then I just resize them. And in Moon I just animated them. I always just spin the things. I always spin the effects. This the wave, the explosion blast, is actually just a ring. I found this in the toolbox. All of these are in the toolbox. I didn't make any of the models, and that's kind of how I made it. These particles, everything was taken from the toolbox. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you can learn something from this.